Welcome to another edition of Poetically Correct with your host, Venus Jones. This poem is called Act 3 from a collection of poems about war, the intervention, penned in 2017. Britain, thank you for being here. Are you okay, UK? We have gathered because the truth must be spoken despite the shame to the UN, much to our dismay. America is our biggest funder, but she's known for poor policing. We are here to ask if she's committed to human rights, given her infamous reputation for incarceration is increasing. The last time her Congress officially declared war, it was 1942, yet America is in constant conflict in battles that were never chosen by me nor you. America has been fighting 93% of the time since her birth. Her love is a battlefield because she's the number one arms dealer and the only country to actually use a nuclear bomb on Earth. She's had over 1,500 mass shootings since Sandy Hook. Her citizens are still removing their shoes at the airport, but ties between her gun laws and healthcare she overlooks. She was born into a proud military family, and once her enemy had a face that we all could see. But now, her enemy is terror, and she sells bullets globally. 900 of her own teens take their lives with guns every year. 2/3 of America's school shootings happen because video games and toy markets say there's nothing to fear. Hey, understand, we know that her routine responses were sending those who are grieving our thoughts and prayers. It's hunting season, and too many fall, like deer, geese, and let's not forget all those bears. Black bears. She's in 100 foreign operations since the wake of that 9/11 attack, but her people didn't vote to spend $6 trillion on an unofficial war. So this is an intervention to see if we can get her democracy intact. America, we never wanted to corner you or put you up against a wall. But your leader resembles Humpty Dumpty, and you're not China, so this could be your greatest fall. Listen, you must also stop sleeping with random thugs from the NRA. If you continue down this road, we think you might self-destruct. It's time to save yourself. What do you say? So that's a poem that I penned called The Intervention. And today is Valentine's Day. There has been another Valentine's Day massacre, one might say. I wanted to share some love by actually doing this poem and hoping that it might reach a heart or the ears of someone who is empowered to do something more than just words. And how meta is that, given all I have for you is words. But I am so tired, as I know every caring citizen of the world is, of needless death. kind of death that we can easily prevent with a little bit of planning, with a little bit of intervention, something. So this is what I offer you. These words on a cloth, a white cloth, to help you shine like the sun. Yeah. I want you to dust off so you can shine like the sun. Reminds me of another poem I wrote. I just want to see more done, though. Something, anything for the fallen. That's all I have. That's it. I can tell you, though, that there are organizations out here who are signing petitions every day. I think there is one called Any Town. I'm going to look it up as I talk to you. Any Town USA. Let me see if I can find it. I think they're trying to do something about all of these gun deaths. Gun control. Yes, you can hear me typing. Every town. That's it. Every town for gun safety. If you're listening to this, I want you to go to everytown.org and join the movement on the ground. I mean, what else can we do but band together? There's 4 million plus that have joined it. You know, I do a lot of reading, and I'm going to go ahead and join it and find an event myself today. I don't know what else to say. But yesterday was Self-Love Day, and we have to take care of ourselves. It's very stressful times, especially if you're an empath or someone who, like me, who really just is doing their best to stay engaged to some degree, but also focus on the good in the world as well, right? Because there's so many positive things happening and positive people doing things, but when there's a loss of life, we must take pause and ask, am I doing enough, though? Am I? And I say that I'm waging peace through poetry, and if that's the case, then I have to be an example of at least giving you some options besides just a poem. If I had it my way, I would have an intervention with my country 'tis the thee. I would ask her all the things that I could say to any country, but especially my country, the country of my birth, the country that has pretended sometimes to have clean hands. But I remember someone saying once, if America could talk, before she'd open her mouth to speak, as if she was even trying to utter a word, the first thing that would come up before she could even utter that word would be blood. She would just cough up blood. Oh. And it's an image that's stuck in my head. I don't know where that quote comes from, but I think I first heard it in a play called Homestead. It was about the Homestead Act. And all of our indigenous Americans and the loss of land and life that they encountered, one might say still encounter, at the hand of the state. And yes, Black Lives Matter, Red Lives Matter, White Lives Matter. It's true. There's some things that have been done at the hand of the gun that can be prevented in the future. We can learn from the past. It's funny. I live in San Jose, and there's a Winchester house here, and there's a movie out right now about the Winchester house. I've heard it's gotten bad reviews, but that home has many trapped just doors and weird turns, because the owner of it at one time, she thought it was haunted because she was so what's the word I'm looking for? She was like just terrorized, if you will, right? Or she felt like she was haunted by some of the first people who were killed by the gun. So the ghost in that house, she felt like she was trying to keep them at peace. It's so interesting. And here today, we are still dealing with the aftermath of the gun. I'm a educator, and I work sometimes with young people. And I'm the author, some of you know, of a poem called A Woman, A Man. And I say, if your son has a sense of male pride, let him play with the doll and nurture the father inside, right? Well, God likes to test me and puts me in front of young boys often who are just at play, and they're playing with their guns. One of them this past week, I said, "Look, Miss Venus." I said, what do you want to show me? I have a ship. I have a ship, and it has 17 guns. I said, okay. I said, all right. And I'm watching him play. And then the battleship turns into an attack ship. He says, who can I attack? Who should I attack? And I was like, hopefully you're not attacking anyone. Just because you have a gun doesn't mean you have to use it. Hopefully you're just using it to keep the peace, right? You're using those guns to keep peace, not to attack other people. And I felt like my words went in one ear and out the other. He was like, no, I need to attack someone. And I said, oh, the gods must be laughing at me. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to say, really, except for allow him to play. Someone say, boys will be boys. That was the old saying. But I did plant a seed that day, and I have to be at peace with that I let him know that we can have guns, but we don't have to use them to hurt each other. Unless it's the last resort. And we can take care of each other. Self-love is so important. If we can't take care of each other, at least take care of ourselves. At least pay attention to our little boys, what they're saying. Because they are the ones that grow up in this world and practice these war games. I love you for listening and for caring about this nation and the world. This is Venus Jones. I'm out. Always. Divine, you are.